This is Spanish 2 PPI Exam Prep 26 through 30. 26. My sisters were tall. Mis hermanas eran altas. Mis hermanas eran altas. 27. My parents and I live in a brown house. Mis padres y yo vivimos en una casa café. Mis padres y yo vivimos en una casa café. 28. My parents and I lived in a brown house. Mis padres y yo vivíamos en una casa castaña. Mis padres y yo vivíamos en una casa castaña. Number 29. I eat many tacos. Yo como muchos tacos. Yo como muchos tacos. And finally, number 30. As a child, I ate many tacos. De niño, yo comía muchos tacos. De niño, yo comía muchos tacos. Now, let's talk about past tense or imperfect verbs in Spanish. They're very, very easy. There are 95% of the time, you just go to the infinitive. If it's an AR verb, you chop off the AR and you add a form of aba. Aba, abas, aba, abamos, aban. If it's an ER or IR verb like vivir or comer, you go to the infinitive, chop off the ER or the IR and add ia, ias, ia, iamos, ian. There are only two past tense imperfect verbs that are tricky. And here's a chant to help you remember that. Ser turns into era, ir turns into iba. Ser turns into era, ir turns into iba. Again, many verbs are irregular in the present tense. Tener, there's a G in the O form, tengo. Estar, there's a Y in the O form, estoy. But in the past tense, imperfect, the only two common ones that are tricky, ser turns into era, ir turns into iba. So, my sisters were tall, mis hermanas eran altas. Now, my parents and I lived in a big house. Well, you go to vivir, chop off the IR, and add ia, ias, ia, iamos, and or ian. Since it's we, it's iamos. All right. Now notice, brown can be café, or it can be castaño or castaña. Here it has to be castaña because casa ends in an A and brown is referring to house. Now, I eat many tacos. Notice the old form of I eat is como. Well, how do you get from I eat to I ate? Well, like always, you go back to the infinitive. Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond. For forming past tense, you go to the infinitive and beyond. You go back to comer, chop off the ER and add ia. But Mr. Holt, how do I know when to add aba and when to add ia? Everybody say we keep our letter. We keep our letter. If it's an AR verb like cantar or bailar or jugar, you chop off the AR and add aba. If it's an ER-IR verb like comer, vivir, you chop off the ER or the IR and add ia. And remember, all forms of ia have an accent. Ia, ias, ia, iamos, ian. All right, this has been Spanish 2 PPI Exam Prep 26 through 30.